exclusive interview with 1VERSE.
Of loving someone despite every single version of you, like every single universe that we're a part of, we're always going to be together. We'll always love and each other. That's kind of like the origin. So we thought that that song kind of fits our company motto, that like no matter where we are, what type of version we are, we'll always have a love and bond for each other and for the fans and the people that showed us interest. With Shattered and Wide Awake Before I Fall, those songs simply, it came like basically from luck, I would say, because I was listening to the song. You know, we didn't make a brief concept, abstract concept list about how we wanted to make the concept and everything. And with all of that, we understood, and then we listened to tracks that we liked. And then from there, we actually made the top lines and made the story behind everything. And wherever that story is, we put that in the correct timeline for our album and our journey as a career as idols. And that's kind of like how we've been doing it so far.
Yeah, I would say like our experience drives the way we make our music.
Oh, yeah.
It takes out of like our stories. And it just so happens that all of our stories, we all experience something very different yet very similar. So it's like our own colors.
When I wrote the song, I mainly thought about my emotion at a certain state. However, when all of us listened to it, we kind of understood that moment and that experience that we've had. It's different, but there's the same emotion. And Seok actually was like, oh, I'm actually kind of surprised that Michelle, Kenny, and Nathan all felt this type of emotion that I was feeling and put that into words that are poetic, but made me feel understood and connected to. So that's been kind of like our thought process behind music, is to always kind of stay connected. Yeah.
One of the questions that we have for you at Dojo Media is that members like Hyuk and Kenny have already taken sort of an active role when it comes to songwriting, and Aito in choreography. So as you move beyond your sort of debut era, how are you working to blend sort of your individual styles, say from Nathan's solo songwriting to like different genres like sexy drill and R&B to make a more cohesive sound ahead of your next release?
To say, it's actually funny because even like beyond like songwriting, I contributed to this single WABIF by designing the album cover and the photo cards. Yeah, so I brought my graphic design skills from college.
Yeah. Okay. You know, the beauty of a startup company is, you know, a lot of the newer projects that we're doing, we've actually became more hands-on after we learned from our first one. The first one, we got a lot of assistance from very special experts in the industry that made a lot of big K-pop names like MVs and their creative process and their creative aesthetics. Now it's solely been on us. So I would have to make presentations on like how I want the next project's color to be. Aito is literally telling us, oh, what type of choreographers you want to see kind of contribute to our project and how he wants to adapt it into our choreography and our group's aesthetic. Even Seok right now is also doing a lot of lyric writing. He found fascination finally for speaking up his mind and being vulnerable. And that is very powerful in the way that he's writing now. So we have a new perspective on the writing process when it comes to another language. And all of this being said, oh, do you want me to compliment you?
I was gonna say something. After
okay, no. And then like even like with Nathan, he's been also inputting a lot of his creative outlooks and stuff like that onto this tour, even with the aesthetic of the graphic designs, even with Aito, there's a lot of designs and stuff like that that we made ourselves and put it on there. And almost everything this time around has literally all of our little spits on there because we keep talking about our ideas and our opinions because we want it to be heard and we wanted to make our voices be more involved this time. Yeah.
And I was gonna say, because you know, Growl was one of the songs that got me into K-pop. I actually had the opportunity to work with the guy who wrote Growl and make a song during while we were at like a fan meeting tour last year. specifically in Arkansas, where I'm from.
In
We
his bedroom.
we made the song in my closet for 6 hours and then performed it the next day at the
Wow. Yeah, I had time to eat lunch, I had time to shower, I had time to eat dinner, and then I walked into the room, pitched in a few of my ideas, and then when they started cutting the song, I just went to bed. But all I heard at night was just like a star, like a star, like a star, at like 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning. And then the next day, Nathan's like not even asleep. He's like, oh my God, I'm so nervous. We cut everything, but I haven't slept yet. Let's go to the venue right now. I'm like, oh, okay.
That sounds like a really good experience. So the next question that I had as well was for Hyuk and Seok. So you've both sort of spoken out before about the challenges in your early life.
The courage that you had to pursue music. Now you've debuted. What message of hope would you like to convey over to your fans who feel their own dreams might be out of reach?
뭐 저도 지금 찾고 있는 길이고 가고 있는 길이지만은 진짜 저는 진짜 포기하고 싶고 뭐 힘든 순간에는 지금 상황의 현 시간을 보지 않고 앞으로의 제가 성장하는 그 시간들을 좀 더 지켜봐야 된다고 생각을 해요. 그래서 너무 급하게 나 그만할래 좀 이런 거보다 좀 더 어떻게 마음을 다잡고 뭐 혼자서 할 수 없으면은 주변에 뭐 친구나 이렇게 또 형 또 선배님들한테서 좀 조언을 받아서라도 또 그 시간을 그냥 좀 여유를 가지면서 지켜보다가 일단 하루하루 또 1년 뒤에 성장하는 그런 자기 자신을 돌아보면서 과거의 자신을 돌아보면서 좀 더 생각하는 그런 여유를 가지면은 꿈을 또 이루는데도 쉽지 않을까라는 생각을 하고 있습니다. 제가 축구를 한국에 와서 그만뒀는데 그때는 진짜 금방 와서 하다가 진짜 힘들었거든요. 적응하기도 힘들었었고 그때 포기한 이후로 제가 한 2달 후부터 진짜 많은 후회를 하고 진짜 많은 생각을 했어요. 그래서 제 꿈조차도 좀 잃어버려가지고 많이 고민을 하던 상태에서 제가 또 음악의 위로를 많이 받으면서 이 음악을 시작했는데 진짜 힘든 순간에도 그 과거에도 포기했던 시간들 때문에 제 지금 하는 꿈을 놓치지 않고 싶었어요.
That sounds quite inspirational. So thank you. And the last question that I had, because of your sort of different backgrounds as well, so from the US, Japan, and North Korea, is there any sort of surprising cultural common ground that you discovered while preparing for your initial debut together?
commonalities. That's something that we haven't really thought of. We always think about the differences, like how we're so different, but commonalities.
We'll all have to eat and we're all gonna die. Woo! That's the commonality right there. Yeah. I mean, we have to. I mean, we're none of us are dead yet.
I mean, I think the big commonality that brought us together in the first place is our passion and dream to become an idol.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah.
So we're here and we're just like outside of dance studio, outside the company, we're just doing our own things, totally different things.
No, there's commonality. We love watching you play that claw machine.
There are different, we do different things. But when we come into the studio, we're just like, all right, it's time to walk in.
Yeah.
We just,
Let's give it a good shot.
그 격려해 주는 거. 그러니까 사람마다 저는 그런 게 좀 뭔가 문화가 다르면은 뭐든지 다르다고 이렇게 느끼잖아요. 근데 저는 그렇게 생각을 안 했고 처음부터 만날 때부터 뭔가 이게 좀 가장 힘들 때 그게 좀 눈에서 보인다고 생각을 하거든요. 서로가 어려울 때 뭔가 그 사람의 마음이 보인다고 생각을 하는데 좀 이렇게 좀 앞에서도 말씀드렸다시피 가끔 뭐 힘든 상황이 있잖아요. 그럴 때마다 이렇게 챙겨주고 서로가 격려해주는 이런 포인트들이 되게 저는 잘 맞는다고 생각을 하고 그게 또 팀이 아닌가라고 생각을 하고 있습니다.
But no, I would have to agree with Kenny. Like these days, we are sharing a lot of the same activities. Like we're doing a lot of hobbies that are kind of similar. Like we picked up claw machine hunting, and we just kind of go and try our luck at that.
Anytime there's a buffet, all of us are going.
We got food in common.
Whoa, you buffet? Let's go.
Hey, all you can eat.
All you can eat? Oh, we're down. Yeah. I think being cheap is one of the.
Whoa!
Whoa!